Today we're going to do a full body kind of mobility routine, just get all different areas of the body moving. I especially wake up very stiff in the morning, so I like to do a lot of these moves as soon as I wake up, just to get everything moving, and or anytime throughout my day when I just need a little extra energy boost, feeling sore. This will target a little bit of everything. So to begin, we're going to come down to a seated position. As always, if it's more comfortable, you can set a cushion under your seat to get a little bit of elevation in your hips. And if you have some blocks, again, you don't need them, but might just make it a little extra juicy later on. And so we're just going to take a minute just to tune into the breath. Just a breath or two to settle into our practice. And we're going to begin with some neck rolls. So inhaling, dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. And inhale, right ear back to the right shoulder. Moving with your breath. Going as slow as you need to, working in this half moon shape. And if you find any sticky spots, anything that feels like it needs a little bit more attention, feel free to stay in that spot and find a little bit of movement maybe in and out of it. You can jut your chin forward and then pull it back. Working in any way that feels good for you today. Just another breath here. And on your next inhale, just bring your head upright and we're going to roll out the wrist. So you can keep the wrists apart, rolling them individually. Any way that feels good. You can clasp them together and roll out that way. Looking in one direction and then the other. You can go in a figure 8 motion. Maybe even squeezing the wrist. All right, then placing your hands out in front, fingertips wide. You're going to spread them wide, scrunch together. Spread wide, scrunch together. And you can, as you get more warmed up, you can go a little faster. Something that seems so simple, but after just a few reps, if you're like me, my forearms are burning. Good, go ahead and shake that out a little bit. On your next inhale, you're going to reach the arms down, round and up. Exhale, twist towards the right. Left hand comes to right knee. Right hand comes to the floor behind you. Sitting up nice and tall. Find some length on your inhales. And exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper at the navel. Looking over the right shoulder. Good. Inhale, right arm rainbows up and around to catch the left knee. Your arms are now crossed in front. You can round through the spine, dipping chin to chest. You can roll back a little bit onto the back of your pelvis. Just finding a nice roundedness through the spine. Inhale, inhale, coming back up. Keep those arms crossed, bringing them up to shoulder height. And for your eagle arms, you can keep them crossed once like this, or intertwine again at the wrist. Inhale, you're going to shine your chest forward, retract those shoulder blades, pushing your elbows into your chest. Exhale, protract those shoulders, send it forward, round through the spine. One more time. Inhale, pushing elbows into the chest, shine that chest forward, squeezing the shoulder blades. Exhale, rounding through the shoulder blades, sending those elbows forward. Good. Unravel the arms here. Inhale the arms down, around and up. Exhale, twisting over to the left. Right hand comes to meet the left knee. Left hand comes to meet the floor behind you for our spinal twist. And finding that length on the inhale, reaching up through the crown of the head. Exhale, finding a little bit more twist through the navel, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, rainbow the left arm up and over as it catches the right knee. Rounding through the spine, dipping chin to chest. Maybe rocking back onto the back of the pelvis. Inhale to come up, keeping those arms crossed as the back of the palms, back of the hands meet each other, or you can wrap them again at the wrist. Inhale, shine the chest forward, retract those shoulders like you're pinching a pencil in between your shoulder blades. Exhale to round, sending those elbows forward. Inhale, squeeze elbows into chest. Keep the shoulders down, away from the ears though. And exhale to round. Good. Unravel those arms, shake it all out. And we're gonna come to an all fours position, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. And you can extend your right leg out so it's perpendicular to your mat, kind of in line with your left knee. You can tuck the left toes under or leave them flat on the mat. And we're just gonna rock a little bit back and forth here, sinking the hips closer to the heels. We're gonna inhale as you come forward, exhale as we sink back. Doing this just a few times before we get a little bit more of our spine involved. Good. The next time you are rocking back and your hips meet your heels, see if you can round through the spine on your next inhale. So inhale to come forward, rounding through the spine, rounding through the thoracic, mid-back, low back. And then exhale, working with the pelvis first to find that anterior rotation or anterior tilt as you arch through the mid-back, the thoracic spine as you sink back. And a couple more times. So rolling cat-cows here. Inhale as you roll forward, rounding through the spine. Exhale to arch as you send your hips back towards your heels. Good. A few more at your own pace. Working with your own breath. Seeing if you can really isolate the different areas of your spine. Good. Coming back to all fours position, we're just going to do that on the other side. So sending the left leg out to the side. You can also turn your toes up to the sky if keeping your foot flat on the mat or on the ground is uncomfortable. So just a few rocks here first. Not really worrying about the spinal movement too much. Just working a little bit into that wrist. But still trying to work with your breath, maybe inhaling on the way forward, exhaling as you sink back. And once you get your hips back down to your heels, inhale as you round forwards, moving nice and slow. See if you can isolate every area of your spine, and exhale. Arch that low back, mid back, upper back, cervical spine as you sink back. Good. Inhale. Dip the chin to the chest. Round through the thoracic spine. Mid back, low back. Exhale to arch as you sink low. You more at your own pace. The slower you go, the harder it's going to be. Coming back up onto all fours, we're going to inhale, place the right arm behind the head here as you spin towards the right. Exhale, bring that right elbow closer to the left hip. Inhale, right elbow goes towards the sky. Exhale, right elbow, left hip. Moving pretty much just through the upper spine here, seeing if we can keep our hips still. Just opening and closing through the upper body. Good. Last one. Inhale, spiraling that chest open towards the right. And exhale, curling it in. Same thing on the other side. Find that stability through your right hand. Bringing the left hand back behind the head. Inhale, open through the chest. Exhale, curling as you bring left elbow to right hip. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Inhale, spiral that chest towards the left. Elbow reaches towards the sky. Exhale to round. Last one. Inhale, find openness. And exhale to close. In your all fours position, maybe walk those hands forward just a hand's length or so. Tuck the toes under. Engage the core. Inhale here. Exhale, lift those hips high to the sky. Pushing strong through the fingertips, strong through the shoulders. Nice long spine for our first down dog. You can walk out, pedal out through the legs, strapping, alternating each heel towards the mat. Let that head hang loose. You can nod your head yes, nod your head no. Loosen up that jaw. Good. Just a moment of stillness here for one breath. Stepping your left foot a little bit more towards the middle of the mat. This is going to help us find stability. As we inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky for our three-legged dog. Now we're going to inhale, open up that hip, dropping the right heel towards the right glute. So hips should be stacked, shoulders still square. Exhale, you're going to close that right hip as you lower it back down a little bit more towards the mat, and inhale to open. Exhale, square the hips. Inhale to open. Exhale, bringing that right foot back down to meet the left. Taking a minute to pedal out through the feet. We're going to do that same thing on the left side. So right foot comes towards the middle of the mat. If you need to come down for a minute to take a breath, go ahead and do so. If you're feeling okay, inhale through the left leg. Open up through that left hip, dropping the left heel towards the left glute. Exhale to close, bringing the left heel or the left hip closer down, equal to the right. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Last one. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Good. Stepping those feet hips width apart. Bend those knees. Slowly walk your hands back to meet your feet. Sink your hips down as you come into your malasana, your yogi squat. You can rock out the hips a little bit here. If you are having if you feel like if you can't balance here, or your seat is awful high away from your heels, use some blocks or cushions or pillows and put those under your seat, and you can kind of sit back on that, wiggle out through the hips a little bit. Bringing hands back down to the mat. Taking a minute just to tune into that breath. We're going to inhale, lift the hips up, and exhale, sinking the hips back down. It's okay if those legs don't get completely straight. Inhale, hips go up. Exhale, hips come back down towards the mat. Inhale, straighten those legs as much as you can. Exhale, hips come back down. And do this about 5 more times, just working with your breath. Trying to keep your belly kind of glued to your thighs. Doesn't matter how straight your legs You can also place the block under your hands if you want. If you want the ground to come up to meet you some. Good. One more. Good. Coming back to just rest on those blocks or rest in normal asana. And now we're going to roll up on our inhale nice and slow. One vertebra at a time. And coming up, our standing position. And give everything a little wiggle, everything a little shake. And coming to either the front of the mat or anywhere that feels comfortable for you. Feet again, hips width apart. Inhale the arms down, around and up. Grasping the right wrist with the left hand. Exhale, side bend over to the left. We're going to keep that length through both sides of the waist. If you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, you can bring that right foot back behind you, coming up onto the top of the foot. Getting a nice deep stretch all the way from the toes to the fingertips. Inhaling, trying to find more length. And exhale, breathing into that right side body. Coming up on your next inhale, we're going to switch sides. Grabbing the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale to find length. Exhale, side bend over to the right. And if you want a little bit more, you can either come up onto the toes, still as a little kickstand on the back of the left leg, or you can roll those toes under to get a little bit of a deeper stretch through the front of the foot. Inhale here. And exhale. Coming back to a standing position. Give it all a little wiggle, little shake out. And then just coming down, slowly back down to a lying position or any final position that feels comfortable for you today. You can lean against the wall, just sitting cross-legged on your mat. As we end here in our Shavasana, permission to take as much time as you need here before you begin the rest of your day.